Good morning, students. Welcome to class 12 chemistry. So in this session we will discuss about resistance. Already we have discussed. So what is meant by resistance? What is meant by resistance? It measures the obstruction to the flow of current. It measures the obstruction to the flow of current. We call it as resistance. We call it as resistance. What are the SI units of resistance? What are the SI units of resistance? See, already you know resistance R is equal to resistance R is equal to potential by current, volt per amperes. Okay, so here volts, potential you can take it as work per unit charge, divided by here A, so amperes, units. So work per unit charge, so this can be written as work by charge into 1 by A, right? So this can be written as, work can be written as F into L by charge. Here you can write it as A into T, right? Now 1 by A into 1 by A. So next, what you can write here, force can be written as Newton's second law. You apply M into A, mass into acceleration, into length by, you can write as A square T. So that is equal to mass kg, acceleration meter per second square, into kg meter per second square. Kg meter per second square, and for length you can take it as meter, right, by A square. Yes, for time we can take it as seconds. S represents seconds. Okay, for time I am taking it as seconds. So finally you will get kg meter square by second cube A square. So this can be written as, so this is, so finally you can write this one as kg meter square by S cube A square. So this total you can call it as ohm. So this total you can call it as this total figure. This total figure is equated to ohm. See students, this is total figure, you can consider it as ohm. So units of resistance, you can call it as ohm. Next, see, electrolytic conductors obey Ohm's law, whereas electronic conductors, yes, metallic conductors, see, it is seen that like metallic conductors, solutions of electrolytes also obey Ohm's law. So a substance which offers greater resistance, will allow less electricity to flow through it. A substance which offers greater resistance will allow less electric current to flow through it. That is the key point, important point. Now students, now we will have some derivation. Resistance of a conductor, capital R. Resistance of any conductor, capital R, is directly proportional to its length. Resistance of any conductor is directly proportional to its length, and resistance of any conductor is inversely proportional to area of cross section. So R is proportional to L by A. See students, here length by area of cross section, L by A is called as, it is termed as ratio between length by area of cross section, that is called as cell constant. So while doing numerical, sometimes they will ask you to calculate cell constant. So cell constant is nothing but it is a ratio between length by area of cross section. So resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to cell constant, right? So here if you remove that proportionality symbol, you will get R is equal to some rho L by A. So this is the formula for calculating the resistance of a conductor. So here rho indicates resistivity or specific resistance. Resistivity or specific resistance. Rho indicates resistivity or specific resistance. So what are the units of cell constants? Here, what are the units of cell constant? Units of cell constant. But cell constant units, if you observe, that units of cell constant, you can take it as centimeter by centimeter square, means maybe centimeter inverse in CGS system or maybe meter inverse in SA system. That is the units of cell constant. And what are the units of resistance? What are the units of resistance here? Ohm. SI unit of resistance is ohm. SI units of resistance is ohm, and this resistance can be measured by using a Wheatstone bridge. Later we will calculate how to do that. So resistance of a conductor can be measured by using a Wheatstone bridge. That by using that Wheatstone bridge we can measure the resistance. So next term we have to discuss about resistivity. What is meant by resistivity? Or you can call it as specific resistance. You can call it as specific resistance or resistivity. So from that above formula you can write rho is equal to R into A by L, right? This is the formula for calculating specific resistance or resistivity. How can you define this? It is defined as the resistance of a conductor. Resistivity or specific resistance, it is defined as the resistance of a conductor. It is the resistance of a conductor of 1 centimeter length, having 1 centimeter square area of cross section. Right, students? It's defined as the resistance of a conductor of 1 centimeter length having area of cross section centimeter square. So rho is equal to R. Here A is equal to 1 centimeter square, L is equal to 1 centimeter. Length is equal to 1 centimeter, area of cross section A is equal to 1 centimeter square. So if you substitute that one, you will get rho is equal to R. Next. So or you can define in another manner also. It is a resistance between opposite faces of 1 centimeter cube of the conductor. It is the resistance between opposite faces of 1 centimeter cube of the conductor. Resistance between opposite faces of 1 centimeter cube of the conductor. That is also called specific resistance. So here specific resistance, here you can write rho is equal to R into A by L. So that is equal to, so what are the units of resistance? SI unit ohm symbol. So a CGS system, you can take cm square by cm, that is equal to ohm centimeter you will get. So CGS unit of specific resistance, rho, that is ohm centimeter. What is the SI unit then? SI unit of rho, you can call it as ohm meter. SI unit of rho, that is ohm meter. So here you can take 1 ohm meter is equal to conversions 100 ohm centimeter, right? 1 ohm centimeter is equal to 0.01 ohm meter. 0.01 ohm meter. Next definition, that is conductance. What we call that, students? Conductance. Very important term, that is conductance. So this conductance is denoted by capital C. So it is a reciprocal of electrical resistance. It is a reciprocal of electrical resistance. C is equal to 1 by R. So in place of R, you can again substitute C is equal to in place of R 1 by rho into L by A. So that is equal to A by rho into L. A by rho into L. So what are the units? Reciprocal of resistance means you can take ohm inverse, or you can call it as mho, MHO. Ohm inverse or mho. So you have to remember that this is expressed as 1 Simon capital S is equal to 1 ohm inverse. 1 Simon is equal to 1 ohm inverse. That is very, very important point. 1 Simon is equal to 1 ohm inverse. So the reciprocal, see, this is conductance. It is a reciprocal of electrical resistance. Next, specific conductance. Next term, specific conductance. What is meant by specific conductance? Or you can call it as conductivity. Specific conductance or conductivity. So you can write it as the inverse of specific conductance here. The inverse of resistivity. The inverse of specific resistance or resistivity. Inverse of specific resistance, or you can call it as resistivity. So we call it as that is called specific conductance. So it is denoted by a symbol called kappa. It is denoted by a symbol called kappa. So specific conductance, how can you define the specific conductance? So conductivity, or you can call it as specific conductance of a solution is defined as the conductance of a solution of 1 centimeter length. See here cubic. This is a specific conductivity. So how can you define specific conductance or specific conductivity? In terms, you can draw the cube, all the edges having 1 centimeter length, equal length. So conductivity of a solution is defined as conductance of a solution of 1 centimeter length having 1 square centimeter as the area of cross section. So conductivity of a solution is defined as the conductance of a solution of 1 centimeter length having 1 square centimeter as the area of cross section, or alternatively you can call it as conductance of 1 centimeter cube of the solution of the electrolyte. 1 cm cube means 1 ml. 1 cm cube is equal to 1 ml. Remember students, it is the conductance of 1 cm cube of the solution of the electrolyte, or in terms of SI based units, it is defined as the conductance of 1 meter cube of the conductor. If it is in series system, we can call 1 cm cube. Conductance of 1 centimeter cube of the solution of the electrolyte, we call it as specific conductance or conductivity. So this is the exact definition. Different definitions you can write. It is defined as the conductance of the solution of 1 centimeter length having 1 centimeter square area of cross section. And alternatively, conductance of 1 centimeter cube, 1 centimeter means 1 ml, 1 centimeter cube of the solution of the electrolyte, or conductance of 1 meter cube of the conductor. So we can call this one. So this is the definition related to specific conductivity. So it is denoted by kappa. So specific conductivity kappa, K is equal to, we can call specific conductivity kappa, it is denoted by kappa, is equal to 1 by rho. Rho means specific resistance, is equal to 1 by rho. So what are the units here? What are the units for this? You can take units as Simon centimeter inverse or Simon meter inverse, and 1 Simon centimeter is equal to 100 Simon meter inverse. Capital S represents Simon. Simon means, what is meant by Simon? Simon is equal to ohm inverse. What is meant by Simon? Ohm inverse. Okay, so you can write here ohm inverse centimeter inverse, or ohm inverse meter inverse, or Simon meter inverse. So 1 Simon centimeter is equal to inverse is equal to 100 Simon meter inverse. That is also important point. So this is about the specific conductance. So if the volume of the solution is V centimeter cube, the conductivity of such a solution at this dilution, you can call here, first of all you note down the units. What is the relation here? This is the important relation, and one more relation you can note down. 1 ohm meter is equal to 100 ohm centimeter. For numericals it is important. So 1 Simon centimeter inverse is equal to 100 Simon meter inverse. So now representation, how to represent representation of a specific conductance. Next, representation of specific conductance. Representation of specific conductance. See, the specific conductance of electrolytic solution depends on specific conductance of electrolytic solution depends on certain factors. What are the certain factors? Nature of the electrolyte added, depends upon the nature of the electrolyte added. That is important point. Specific conductance of electrolytic solution depends on nature of the electrolyte added, size of the ions produced, size of the ions, what are the size of the cations and anions produced, and their solvation. Next, nature of the solvent and viscosity. That is also important. Nature of the solvent and viscosity. And next, concentration of the electrolyte. Concentration of the electrolyte. Next, temperature. Ionic, see, that is important. The next, temperature. So all these are important factors. Next, we will have the one tabular form related to the equivalent conductivities. You can see along with their units. You can clearly observe that. Let's zoom it. So this tabular form, you can see, students, conductivities or specific conductivities. Conductivities of some materials, metallic or electronic conductivity, Simon meter inverse units, Simon meter inverse in SI system. Copper, you can see the values. What is the K specific conductance of certain metals: copper, silver, gold, iron, sodium, graphite. These are metallic or electronic conductors. And next, insulators. Examples: Teflon will have the K value, kappa value for Teflon. Glass, diamond, quartz. And electrolytic pure conductors, pure water has got specific conductance value 3.5 into 10 power minus 5. For acids, HCl 3.91, KCl 0.14. Like that, different electrolytic conductor have got different K values. And for certain semiconductors, silicon, germanium, so like this you can take. This tabular form illustrate different materials and their different specific conductivity. Different substances and have got their different conductivities in all categories: insulators, electrolytic conductors, semiconductors. So substances having zero resistivity or infinite conductivity are known as superconductors. Substances having zero resistivity or infinite conductivity. Those substances having zero resistivity. Substances having zero resistivity or infinite conductivity. What we call those substances? Students, superconductors. We call them as superconductors. Next, we will have the definition of molar conductivity now. So these conductivities are different types. So first one is molar conductivity. What is meant by molar conductivity or molar conductance you can call? So molar conductivity of a solution at a dilution V is the conductance of all the ions produced from 1 mole of the electrolyte dissolved in V ml of the solution, capital V ml of the solution, when the electrodes are 1 centimeter apart and the area of electrodes is so large that whole of the solution is contained between them. It is usually represented by lambda m naught. So what is molar conductivity, students? It is a conductance of a solution. It is the conductance of volume of the solution containing here 1 gram mole of the electrolyte placed between two parallel electrodes separated by a distance of unit length is called molar conductance or molar conductivity. So simply we can write the statement. It is a conductance of all the ions produced from 1 mole of the electrolyte dissolved in V ml of solution. Here the electrodes are 1 centimeter apart. The electrodes are placed 1 centimeter apart and the area of electrodes is so large that whole of the solution contained between them. See, simply we can define it now. Just try to understand the conductance of, simple definition, in other way also we can represent the conductance of a volume of the solution, conductance of the volume of the solution containing, you are measuring the conductance of a volume of the solution containing, this is important, 1 gram mole of the electrolyte. 1 gram mole of the electrolyte. It is a conductance of volume of the solution containing 1 gram mole of the electrolyte, and this electrolyte is placed between two parallel electrodes. This electrolyte is placed between two parallel electrodes separated by a distance of unit length. Simple definition. Now you will understand this. This is called molar conductivity or molar conductance. It is denoted by lambda m. The conductance of the volume of the solution containing 1 gram mole of the electrolyte placed between two parallel electrodes. Imagine, placed between two, this electrolyte is 1 gram mole of electrolyte is placed between two parallel electrodes, and these two parallel electrodes are separated by a unit length distance. So it is denoted by lambda m, or in other way we can represent one more statement. It is the conducting power of all the ions. It is the conducting power of all the ions produced by produced by dissolving 1 mole of an electrolyte. Dissolving 1 mole of an electrolyte in V ml of solution. V ml of the solution. Simple definition. By dissolving 1 gram mole of an electrolyte in V ml of the solution. So now how to represent this mathematically? See, what is the relation between molar conductance and conductance? So here I am going to write relation between molar conductivity and specific conductivity. Molar conductivity, that is lambda m, and specific conductivity. Specific conductivity, it is denoted by kappa k, right? Relation between molar conductivity and specific conductivity k. Now simply you can write lambda m is equal to molar conductance lambda m is equal to specific conductance into 1000 by molarity. The concentration is expressed in terms of molarity. This is the relation, students. Molar conductance of a solution lambda m is equal to specific conductance of the solution into 1000 by molarity, where this is the exact formula actually. Lambda is equal to k into 1000 by molarity, where k represents in this formula specific conductance, V is the volume of the solution containing 1 gram mole of the electrolyte, and this can be written as lambda m is equal to k into V, because 1 by molarity, their concentration. So lambda is equal to k into V also you can write. This is also you can write. V, how you got the V means here, concentration C is equal to N by V, right? Concentration here it is expressed in terms of molarity. C is equal to N by V. So C is equal to 1 by V. If N is equal to 1 mole, na 1 you take. So in place of concentration you can take V there. So finally lambda m is equal to k into V also you can write. Lambda is equal to k into V. So now what are the units? What unit you can use for this one? What are the units? Lambda m, units of lambda m. That is, what are the units? Simon, centimeter square, mole inverse. This is the unit. Units of lambda m, Simon, centimeter square, mole inverse. How you got this? You can substitute. In that one, you will get the units. Simon centimeter. What are the units of K? Simon centimeter inverse. What are the units there? Molarity, mole per liter. So all these units of lambda m, Simon centimeter square, mole inverse. Simon centimeter square, mole inverse. Or you can take other units also. This is a non-SI system, and in SI system, this is non-SI system units. In SI system, you will have Simon meter square, mole inverse. Simon meter square mole inverse. So these are the units of molar conductance in non-SI system. Simon centimeter square mole inverse. In SI system, Simon meter square mole inverse. So now we can bring out the relation here. 1 Simon meter square mole inverse is equal to 10 power 4 Simon centimeter square mole inverse. The same manner, 1 Simon centimeter square mole inverse is equal to 10 power minus 4 Simon meter square mole inverse. You can check it. You know units and dimensions. From that you can bring out some relations like this. So this will be useful for calculation purpose. So this is the main formula which you have to use, right? This is about molar conductance. So next one, relation between, see here already we know this, lambda m is equal to specific conductance into V. So what is V here? V is the volume of the solution in cm cube containing 1 gram mole of an electrolyte. So that is the V. Okay. So this is also important. This is in ml. Volume is measured in ml here. Centimeter cube, 1 centimeter cube is equal to 1 ml. Remember that, students. So 1 dm cube is equal to 1 liter. Remember that. Next important term we are going to discuss about equivalent conductivity or conductance. Equivalent conductivity is denoted by lambda E. What is meant by equivalent conductivity? It is denoted by lambda E. See the definition once. Equivalent conductivity of a solution at a dilution V, that means at a given volume V, is defined as the conductance of all the ions produced from 1 gram equivalent of the electrolyte. In the previous case, molar conductivity means we have taken 1 gram mole of an electrolyte, but in here we are, instead of taking 1 mole of an electrolyte, we are taking 1 gram equivalent of an electrolyte. In terms of equivalence we are taking, there we have taken in terms of moles. Here we have taken 1 gram equivalent of the electrolyte, that is dissolved in V centimeter cube of the solution. So the conductance of all the ions produced from 1 gram equivalent of an electrolyte dissolved in V centimeter cube of the solution, when the distance between the electrodes is 1 centimeter and the area of electrodes is so large that whole of the solution is contained between them. It is represented by lambda E. Now in other manner, in simple manner, I can, previously I defined, here how can I define in the simplest way? It is the conducting power. It is the conducting power of all the ions produced by dissolving 1 gram equivalent of an electrolyte. Produced by dissolving 1 gram equivalent of an electrolyte in solution. So it is the conducting power of all the ions produced by dissolving 1 gram equivalent of an electrolyte in solution. So that is also called as equivalent conductance or equivalent conductivity. One more definition. It is the conductance of a volume of the solution. It is the conductance of a volume of the solution containing 1 gram equivalent of the electrolyte. Containing 1 gram equivalent of the electrolyte. Placed between two parallel electrodes. Electrolyte placed between two parallel electrodes separated by a distance of unit length. Very easy definition. Imagine, separated by a distance of unit length. So this is called equivalent conductivity. This is called equivalent conductivity or equivalent conductance. So that is denoted by lambda E. So what is the relation between equivalent conductance and specific conductance? Lambda E is equal to specific conductance into 1000 by, previously we have, in case of molar conductance, what is the formula? Lambda M is equal to K into 1000 by molarity. But here gram equivalents are taken, so you have to express the concentration of the solution in terms of normality. So whenever you find equivalent conductance lambda E is equal to K into specific conductance into, here K represents specific conductance, into 1000 by normality. So what are the units? What are the units in terms of non-SI system? Here the units of equivalent conductivity, that is Simon centimeter square, gram equivalent inverse. Whereas in case of SI system, if you take Simon meter square, gram equivalent inverse. So that is in case of SI system. So here also you can bring out one relation. 1 Simon meter square equivalent inverse is equal to 10 power 4 Simon centimeter square equivalent inverse. That is the relation, students. Very important relation. Right? This is about equivalent conductance. Next. So variation of conductance, specific conductance, molar conductance and equivalent conductance with dilution. Next topic, students. Variation of conductance, specific conductance, molar conductivity, equivalent conductivity with dilution. What happens to them? So that is important key point for objective. In general, you know, different electrolytes are there. In general, for weak electrolytes and strong electrolytes. So in case of weak and strong electrolytes, both cases you can take. Conductance, equivalent conductance, molar conductance. These three terms, conductance, equivalent conductance and molar conductance, increases with dilution. What are the three terms here? Conductance, equivalent conductance, molar conductance, increases with the increase in dilution. But this is a special kappa, that is specific conductance. What is kappa here? Specific conductance of an electrolytic solution decreases with dilution. So I think you understood the 2 points, 2 statements here. Very important. Whether it may be in case of strong electrolytes or weak electrolytes, 3 terms: conductance, equivalent conductance, molar conductance increases with the increase in dilution, whereas the specific conductance alone decreases with the dilution. That is a statement. Next point. The conductance of a solution is due to the presence of ions in the solution. You already know the conductance of a solution is mainly due to presence of ions. due to presence of ions in the solution. So what happens? Greater the dilution, suppose if you add water, greater the dilution, what happens? Greater the number of ions in the solution. As the dilution increases, number of ions present in the solution should increase. Greater the dilution, greater the number of ions, greater the number of ions in the solution. Hence, greater is the conductance. Greater is the conductance. Conductance means here conductance, lambda E, lambda M. All the three terms. This is the reason why all the three terms increases with the increase in dilution. Great concentration of a conductance of a solution. Conductance of a solution is mainly due to the presence of ions present in the solution. So if you go on adding water to that, greater the dilution, greater the number of ions present in the solution. If the number of ions present in the solution are more, greater is the conductance, equivalent conductance and molar conductance of the solution. So see, lambda M, lambda E increases with the increase in dilution. That is a key point, students. Next. Specific conductance, kappa, of an electrolyte falls with dilution. What is the reason? Specific conductance falls with dilution. What does it mean? That is, number of current carrying particles, number of current carrying particles, number of current carrying particles, that is, we can call them as ions. Current carrying particles are nothing but ions. Number of current carrying particles or ions present per cm cube of this solution. Present per cm cube of the solution becomes less. Becomes less and less on dilution. That is a key point. Specific conductivity of an electrolyte falls with the dilution. Why it falls with the dilution? That is, number of ions present per centimeter cube of the solution becomes less and less on dilution. Becomes less and less on dilution. See here, that's why kappa decreases with the increase in dilution. And here lambda is equal to Kv. Already you know. Lambda is equal to K into V, where V is the solution containing 1 gram mole or 1 gram equivalent of the electrolyte. Here the V is the solution containing 1 gram equivalent or 1 gram mole of an electrolyte. So from this we can say one point. As the concentration decreases, we already know concentration is equal to N by V. So here, as the concentration decreases for an electrolyte, that is increasing dilution. So concentration decreases means increasing dilution. Increasing dilution means volume. Increasing dilution means increasing volume. So as the concentration decreases for an electrolyte, what happens to volume increases? And if the volume increases, what happens, students? Concentration decreases, volume increases. So if the volume increases, lambda E value increases, lambda M value also increases with the increase in volume, because lambda is proportional to V. So as the dilution increases, lambda E and lambda M values increases. Okay, students, did you understand? Thank you.